Oh, hella beard, it's your boy Big Beard B, and we back for another edition of Big Beard Business. For those of you new to the channel, I'm B, and on this channel we help you improve your confidence by way of compliments using the wonderful world of fragrance. If this is your second video or more, we ask that you hit the subscribe button so you can come back to rock with your boy. Today we're talking about first dates. In fact, we're talking about something that is really important to that first date: the follow-up text. Listen, man, I understand that going on a date can be tricky for some, but what happens after the date is more important. So today I'm going to help you out with 5 fragrances to help you get that text back after that first date. First up, I want to talk about a fragrance that is somewhat of a natural aphrodisiac, and that's great for date time scenarios. This fragrance comes from the house of Kilian, and this one by Kilian's Back to Black. Now, Back to Black is a fragrance that is great, and it's worn by both men and women alike, and it's enjoyed by both men and women alike. What you need to know about this fragrance is that it's sensual, it's dark, it's mysterious, and it also has this romantic quality about it, and that's one of those things that's going to help you get that text back. As we've talked about on this channel before, that scent is one of the most powerful senses, and it helps recall memory. And one of the things you're going to want to do with all of these fragrances on the list today is have something that's going to catch her attention, leave her captivated, and this is one of those fragrances. A key thing about this scent as well, it's not your run-of-the-mill fragrance, it's not an everyday scent, and this fragrance is one of those scents that just gets the job done, specifically in those situations. This one has this, again, romantic, exotic feel to it, and well, the note breakdown isn't bad either. As I mentioned, this one is sweet, it's sensual. You got honey, you have nutmeg, you have oak, patchouli within this fragrance. Altogether, this fragrance provides something that's truly, truly unique, and that honey in the scent provides that sensuality, that underlying sweetness to the scent. And hey man, who knows, you might be Pooh Bear and get your hands caught in the honey jar. All right, listen man, Back to Black by Kilian is on the list today. Now, we talked about a fragrance that both men and women like, and that both men and women could wear, and this next scent is really no different. This fragrance does do a few things well though. This fragrance projects extremely well. This fragrance garners compliments. This fragrance has that sweet feeling, and as well, this fragrance is different. The fragrance comes from Parfums, and this one is Mulana. Now, this is the newer presentation of Mulana, but I'm bringing this up specifically because Mulana has done a lot for me in terms of the compliment factor from both men and women alike. So whatever you like, hey, you are on the right track with this scent. This fragrance is unique in itself, but the key points of this fragrance, right? It jumps off the skin, all right? So this is one of those fragrances that, although it jumps off the skin, it has this quality that brings you in closer to it. People want more of this fragrance over and over and over again. So that next day text may be like, excuse me, what did you have on? It's all over me, and I can do nothing but think about you. And that's what you want. You want to be running through her mind all day long. Is your refrigerator running? Don't text me, is your refrigerator running? All right. Listen, Mulana is one of those fragrances that I often recommend because, listen, I'm going from personal experience, all right? Over and over again, that fragrance works for me. And garners compliments. And listen, if you're in a date situation and you want a fragrance that's going to be semi-safe because it has this underlying sweetness to it, depending on your personality, it may or may not work for that said situation, but in the right situation, Mulana is one of those top tier scents that's going to work in terms of compliment factor, that sensuality and seduction with that underlying sweetness. Mulana from Parfums. Now I know what you're thinking, yo B, I'm ready to go on my date, but the fragrances may be out of my price range. Have no fear, your boy is here with one of our hookups. And today's video is being sponsored by the good people over at Scentsplit.com. If you're not familiar with Scentsplit.com, well then you need to get in tune. They got this fragrance decanting process down to a science. One, if you go to their site, Scentsplit.com, all you're going to see is luxury fragrances, niche fragrances, those hard to find fragrances, and they have them there available, ready to ship to you in a pristine manner. All right, you can try as many fragrances on today's list or as many fragrances that they have, and your pockets will allow you to try and have those fragrances shipped in. If you're not a fan of the fragrances that we're talking about today, then try something on their site, get it shipped in, and you may find the new fragrance of your life and get you many texts back. Listen, I have all their contact information linked down below, but they are stellar. I've been rocking with them for over 4 years at this point, maybe like 5 or 6, but I've been rocking with them for a very long time. Listen, they use medical grade equipment to make sure that your stuff is really sterilized. You're not getting any of those grubby little germs in your fragrances. And listen, they do things extremely well. Package right, presentation is amazing. Let me show you. Let me show you. Look at this, all right? Boom, all right? Bow, bow. Look at that, all right? But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get back down to this list. Now, if you're going on a date and you want her to say, oh my goodness, you smell fucking amazing, then you need to be rocking Tom Ford's fucking Fabulous, all right? This fragrance here has done a lot in Fragcom, and the name in itself just piques some curiosity. But what I'll tell you about this fragrance, specifically in the fall and winter, this fragrance is probably going to be best suited to help you, well, get suited, whatever that means. All right, listen, this fragrance is just one of those fragrances that are super dope. As you know, like, this fragrance for me wasn't the best when I smelled this fragrance the first time. I'm like, yeah, I was expecting something different, but hold on, it's coming. As you allow this fragrance to sit and settle and you begin to wear it, this fragrance does begin to be, well, just fucking fabulous. All right. And there's been other people who have loved this fragrance on first sniff, but this fragrance does things differently. It is from the master of seduction himself, Tom Ford, and this will just help you along the way. I've known a lot of people who I've given decants in this 250 ml bottle, and they've told me all types of stories of, yo B, this thing works, this thing is for me. And listen, if you're looking for something, Tom Ford does a lot of things right. All right, there was one that he did wrong. All right, one. But that one is one of those right ones. Tom Ford's fucking Fabulous is on your list today, and also available at Scentsplit.com to try out if you need to. Now, this next fragrance on today's list is from the house of Initio. And Initio, well, they do a lot of things right as well. This fragrance comes from their Hedonist collection, which means you're already on the path to really get that extra seduction, sophisticated feel, and the compliment factor just rolls in on this thing here. Actually, I grabbed the wrong one. Same looking bottle. I'll be back. And I'm back. Woo. That's the power of YouTube. Didn't know I was gone. All right, listen. The fragrance I want to talk to you about is from that of Rehab. Now, everything I mentioned so far, the Hedonist collection, this thing is still there. This was actually the first that I know of within the Hedonist collection, and the first that I was able to explore from the house, at least in the full bottle presentation. From day one, wearing this fragrance, compliments galore. All right, and if you are tuned into this fragrance in terms of what that Hedonist collection is all about, well, that's going to help you get your compliment factor. That's going to help you get that next day text or that same night text like, I don't think this date is done. All right. Be sure to try this thing out because Rehab is just an amazing scent. This has that spicy feel to it. Oh, it just lingers in the air. You spray this thing on a cashmere sweat or something, you know, something, whatever you're doing, all right? Whatever it is in your personality that you feel you're getting your sexy on, that you feel that I'm suited and booted, or you feel that you dripped up, you spray this on. You spray this on to complete your outfit. All right, you are going to win. Rehab is sweet, it's smoky, it's sophisticated, it's fresh, and it's just a all-around great scent. Performance, longevity, projection, compliment factor, all in, especially for a date. You'll be signed, sealed, and delivered. Whatever that means to you, that's what the fragrance is all about. And the fifth and final fragrance I want to talk to you about today was a 2020 release from the house of Ormond Jane, and this one is Alexandria. Now, Alexandria is said to be this majestic fragrance that has this special feel of sensuality, all right? And within the scent, you're gonna have this dry amber, you have rum, you have apple, and the fragrance comes off as something that's sweet, fresh, spicy. All right, sophisticated in itself and a bit of a mysterious scent, and it's light and it just smells amazing. So this is one of those fragrances, again, newer release 2020, not in everyone's collection. Yeah, cool thing about this fragrance as well is that although this was a 2020 release, a lot of the stores here in the US didn't start getting this fragrance until 2021. And if you haven't had the opportunity to try it, again, holla at my people over at Scentsplit.com. They have you covered. This is the Roja Parfums fragrance created in London, and it's just a all-around great scent that's going to help with that compliment factor and that date night text back. Now, what you do after you get that text is up to you. Do what you want, but just don't blow it, all right? That's all I have for you guys and girls out there today. What other fragrances would you add to this list for that elusive text back? As always, I'm your boy, Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.